change the norm, and I'll follow my desire, and I'll go running through the streets till I get there. I won't be complete. It is easy to burn your doubts with lies, but easy is not always what's right, right. It is easy to cover death with bliss, but I will stand up for what's right, right. I can't preach, but I can speak, and I'm not free, but I'll go swimming in the river. I won't stop till something's better. It is easy to burn your doubts with lies, but easy is not always what's right, right. It is easy to cover death with bliss, but I will stand up for what's right, right. It is easy to burn your doubts with lies, but easy is not always what's right, right. It is easy to cover death with bliss, but I will stand up for what's right, right. I will stand up for what's right, right. And I will stand up for what's right, right. Certain moments never leave us. Certain hunger never ceases. And you reach out like the branches seems to hold you in crooked arms. And where the wind blows, where do we go? All these stories, deep as marrow, I struck a match, backlit your shadow. Got no choice now but to listen. The bond of memory, open season, and tell me, how do we break and bend? And tell me how the
Happy Valentine's Day. For those who celebrate. My name is Wes Vidal. I'm Associate Director of Bushwick Northwest, 501c3 nonprofit, here to deliver literature, music, and songwriting to the Seattle community while building the next generation of musicians and readers. I see some of that generation here right now. Hello to those joining via live stream as well. Thanks for making us a part of your evening. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle acknowledges that our organization is headquartered and our events take place on the traditional and unceded lands of the Coast Salish people, including the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish. We invite our audiences to learn more about whose land they occupy and experience, and suggest native-land.ca as a starting place. That's it for me tonight, because we have another person hosting, and so I am delighted to welcome to the stage your host for the evening, musician, comedian, intuition coach, and great person, Bridget Quigg.
Thank you, Wes. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Valentine's Day. I'm not going to do the thing where you ask people like who's single in the audience. What I was thinking we could start with is just a general hoorah for various groups of humans. How's this? Let's give a hoorah to all the single people. Woo! That's right. Hoorah to everyone who has a hot date tonight. And a hurrah to everyone who thinks Valentine's is totally made up and it's all capitalism. Yay! Okay, there we go. We can celebrate everyone. We'll also be celebrating romance novels tonight. If you are a romance novel fan, you can raise your hand if you're really brave. Okay, we got them here. How about particularly Emily Henry? Okay, so this was really interesting. Before the show, I talked to our incredible artist tonight, who, by the way, is just like this group of people you want to hang out with. They're smart and thoughtful and interesting and funny. So the music tonight is due to be amazing. And a number of them, when I said, how did you like the book? First 3 words, I loved it. So the feedback I got, who has read the book for tonight? A good number. Okay, I'll tell you about it if you haven't, don't worry. But it's a romance novel or a romance book with a lot of depth and kind of deeper material. So it's a bit of a thinker. So we'll see what comes out in the music tonight. For those of you who have not read the book, I'm going to tell you about it. You ready? Here we go. She writes swoon, he writes doom. Beach Read throws a romance author and a literary fiction snob into neighboring lake houses with matching writer's block. And a challenge. Switch genres, swap cynicism for kisses, and try not to fall in love. Pairing a steamstress and a literary sad boy for one summer of swapped stories and creative chaos. Emily Henry's best-selling smash shows how writing out of your genre is nothing compared to falling for the person you swore you wouldn't. There you go. Okay, so it's like a lot of tension, so much tension. Am I right? Such good tension. Yes, okay. All right, so it'll be an extra smashing, wonderful show tonight. Thank you to everyone joining us on the live stream. Sometimes we describe ourselves to make it easier for you to know what we look like. I'm about 6 feet tall and I have a bright pink sweater on because it's Valentine's Day. All right, so with that and without too much ado, we'll start getting into the show, getting into the music. Thank you all for being here. Who's been to a Bushwick show before? Yeah, that's right. Always a good time. Never disappointed. It's so wonderful to hear original music. Like, who's with me? It's good for our souls and our minds and every part of us. So this first performer, lovely, really enjoyed, I will say, loved the book. And I'm not going to say anything more, so we do know that. Actually a fan of the genre, and you'll hear more about that. So Jade Teather. Jade Teather is a multi-instrumentalist with a wide range of musical passions. She can be found playing bass with several local bands, accompanying singer-songwriters, or playing as a solo singer-songwriter act herself. Her debut EP, Melomania, was released in 2018 on streaming platforms. In addition to her passion for performing, writing, and recording music, Jade is passionate about teaching music, working with young students, and sharing a love of music with others. And tonight, Jade is being joined by Matt, who is another talented musician. Let's give them a big round of applause and hear their beautiful music.
Hey. Yeah, thanks so much for being here and choosing to spend your Valentine's Day with us at Hugo House. How awesome. I love Bushwick and everything they do, and so it's really nice to be back. Especially normally when I do a Bushwick book club, it's a book that I never would have read. And then this year I got the list and I was like, I love love Emily Henry. Yes, so exciting. So as you heard, I'll admit it, I'm a big fan of romance novels. I just love when it's like, obviously they're gonna fall in love. Who could have predicted that? And then they start doing it, and there's all this tension. And so I think for me, I love this book because it was so much more than just a romance novel, and you'll hear so many great musicians speak more about that tonight. But the theme that I kind of thought about in this book, my song is called Desire as a Weapon. And so if you didn't read the book, throughout the book, these two, January and Gus, are kind of falling in love, but they don't want to be, but they are. And there's this whole like back and forth, and just really got me thinking about that concept of like getting so close with someone and you're like, please don't break my heart. Please don't break my heart, because it's just spouting out of control. But yeah, this is my song, Desire as a Weapon, and I hope you like it. Desire is a weapon up your sleeve in your pocket. Concealed carry permit that I keep in my wallet. You touch me like it's nothing, but nothing means everything to me. Like the belvedere burn in the back of your throat. Like the sharper you get, the quicker you know that we're playing with something more dangerous than we could ever see. It's unspoken. I'm just hoping, because I've been living on the other side of fun. Guess that's what I get for going all in. You could have gave me a warning that you're someone that I just can't seem to shake. Now I'm staring down the barrel of a heartbreak, confusing butterflies for a bellyache. But if that's what you're after, then it's too late. I'm in it now. Desire is a weapon hidden sharp up your sleeve, like a knife in your throat, a quicksand under your feet. All the blood in my body is boiling at 100 degrees. But it's all a big wash, it's a chemical compound. That house down the street that I don't even know, now that you've cataloged with kisses every little piece of me. And it's unspoken. I'm just hoping, because I've been living on the other side of falling. Guess that's what I get for going all in. You could have gave me a warning, but you're someone that I just can't seem to shake. Now I'm staring down the barrel of a heartbreak, confusing butterflies for a bellyache. But if that's what you're after, then it's too late. I say your name like a prayer, like an incantation, with your hands in my hair. God, I'm so impatient, laughing into your mouth while my whole world is shaking.
if I give you my heart, yeah, I know that you won't break it. Because I've been living on the other side of falling.
Jade Teather.
Thank you so much. And Matt Unger, thanks for joining me.
Let's keep it going for Jade Teather, everyone. That was absolutely beautiful. That song really matched the book. I feel like for a lot of us who read it, it had like the sweetness of her voice, but the driving beat, you know, it's Gus. That's kind of his emotions. Anyways, I feel like you could listen to that song driving down a coastal highway in the sun. Who's with me? Okay. Or like over breakfast with someone you love. I don't know, coffee. So wonderful. Thank you, Jade. By the way, just so you know, this show has two halves with an intermission. All you Bushwick regulars know this. And as Wes said, it is being live streamed. And I got so excited to bring people up. I'm going to tell you all the names of everyone who's playing tonight, though, just so you know what's coming ahead. We have someone standing here I'll officially introduce. But coming up, then the lineup will be Lisa Prink, Sean Hunting Morse, Sunny Blue, Lauren Drake, Sheryl Wiser, Sam Russell, Sabrina Saed, Abby Kay, and Sarah Goodin. So those are all your artists tonight. Awesome people, every one of them, plus those playing with them. While this beautiful person in pink stands next to me, I will tell you a little bit about her. Does that work? Oh, by the way, don't forget it. Jade Teather tomorrow night, Good Grief in Ballard. So if you enjoyed that song, think about going out February 15th and seeing Jade Teather. All right. Hi, Lisa. Hi. All right. Lisa Prink is a solo project of Seattle musician Robin Edwards. She has toured extensively and released 2 full-length records, wow, Adult Teen and Perfect Love Song on Father-Daughter Records. She also plays in Seattle supergroup Who Is She and enjoys long walks on the beach, which is lovely. She is a returning Bushwick artist. She also played in our Jurassic Park show. Everyone, Lisa Prank.
Hi, thanks for having me. I also am a big fan of Emily Henry and the genre. I love a dark and twisty book as much as the next person, but also sometimes I really want to read a book where I know that I'm in good hands and the writer isn't just going to leave me in despair. So I was thinking about that and while I was writing the song and wishing that my life was always like that, where I knew everything was going to work out, much like you do when you read an Emily Henry book.
In my life are getting too existential. I don't need this plot to be too dark or twisty or experimental. Want a world that feels safe. What's wrong with cliche? Promise that when it gets tough, we'll still end up in love, dancing in the rain. That one probably works better on the page. And when I lose faith, write me a twist of fate. I prefer ever after, but we could just be happy for now. And this disaster is just the third act folding out. Write me meet cute, sunshine grump. I'm fine with despair, but don't leave me there. Notes through windows, grand gestures, miscommunications that could probably be avoided. I deserve ever after, but we could just be happy for now. And this disaster is just the third act folding out.
Lisa Prank, keep it going for Lisa. Beautifully done, thank you. I feel like we're building a soundtrack for when they finally make a movie out of this book. Is anybody else with me? Because they like drive around, they go to the beach. Maybe that'd be like a beachy moment, I don't know, when they attempt to be sporty together, something like that. All right, They're not very sporty. It's really annoying. They eat donuts and crappy food and drink a lot and yet have chiseled jaws and like look good and everything. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Genre. All right. Sean Hunting Morse is up on the stage with me right now. Look at this guy. For him, nothing is off limits in a Sean Hunting Morse song, yearning, historical fiction, butts, and even fully improvised live songs drawn from a passing comment. So watch what you say near the stage. Raised on a farm in the Florida swamp, the Seattle transplant blends folk and blues and the occasional jazz with equal parts tenderness and bite, letting his curiosity and outright silliness lead the way through songs on desire, doubt, and devotion. Sean's done a lot of shows with Bushwick, Leaves of Grass, Dogman, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and many, many more. Sean's real smart, so I'm looking forward to this show, or this song, because he tends to come up with the deep thoughts that we were all thinking but didn't know we were. Everyone, Sean.
Good evening, everybody. I heard the word plot, and so I co-wrote this with my my songwriting partner and girlfriend, who lives across the country. And what we were doing was like we were digging into this idea of these are not happy people in this book. Does anyone like agree with me, disagree with me? Anyone here? Like I see some nods and stuff. These are not happy people. These are very, very emotionally distressed and depressed folks that are trying to make it through. And sort of like the thing that I came to was like a sort of a reframing. It's like all of these horrible things that are happening, they start to actually take an agency and they start to use their life and take their own experiences and start to put them into books instead of the things that they've been like researching and doing all of these other things. They started to actually do things and get out of the house and go places and do things together and like sort of force each other into it. But that was like part of their healing process. So here we go. I was drowning in my sorrows. You were drowning in your thoughts, flailing around, trying to save your own heart. I'd already given up tomorrow. You were fighting the battles only you thought needed to be fought. I was looking for direction, and you were looking for a sign, staring in the mirror, trying to read your own mind. I was steeling myself for the next rejection. You didn't know it, but you were totally throwing me a line. We were dancing through the landmines left by other lovers, scars that looked like razor wire. Safety wasn't meant for you and me. Our loves, our destiny was ash and fire. So if we're starting over, choosing the things we never got, win it all, lose a lot, let's do it for the plot. We were perfectly imperfect, stealing one another's lines. I so wanted yours and you so wanted what's mine. Now we're on the verge of being happy. Can we make it across or crash right before the finish line? 'Cause I like books without the covers. You like me without my clothes on. See, we're a perfect pair. Glad we didn't try to judge each other. Had to get inside to see what's really there. Oh, so if we're starting over, choosing the things we never got, win it all, lose a lot, let's do it for the plot. What if the worst that can happen is the best in disguise? What if the universe growing within us is just a twinkle in our eyes? You read me for filth the moment we touched. Oh, I didn't have a chance. All the misery and ecstasy and comedy and tragedy in a single backward glance. So if we're starting over, choosing the things we never got, oh, win it all, lose a lot. Gotta do it for, gotta do it for, gotta do it for plot. Thank you so much. My name is Sean Hunting Morse.
Keep clapping for Sean Hunting Morse. What a voice. My goodness, that was beautiful, Sean. Thank you. How's the music so far? So good, right? I'm going to hand it to Emily Henry. She evokes some beautiful creativity with the book Beach Read. It's going very well. As our next performers come up on stage, I want to make sure you all know that Bushwick, if you don't know, runs a program called STYLE, Songwriting Through Youth Literature Education. So this is an amazing thing where they go into schools. The tagline here is igniting students' passion for reading through collaborative songwriting. They help groups of children. Something to know about and be excited about. And also that out there in the lobby, there is a copy of tonight's poster. Have you all seen the artwork for the show tonight? Wasn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Really interesting artwork. Every artist has signed this poster, so everyone you see in bid on getting the poster tonight, and I don't know exactly, but there's going to be some sort of piece of paper. It's silent. Oh, wait, Emily's got it. Okay, so there's the actual piece of art that you could have for your very own. So awesome. Wanting. Okay, good. All right, allow me to introduce you if you don't mind. Okay, before you, you have Sunny Blue. Sunny Blue is the new project of Americana singer-songwriter Jean Mann and violinist Greg Ensminger. The two met while performing at Pacific Northwest open mics. So many good things come in those ways. I love that. And have garnered a quickly growing fan base, charmed by the musical chemistry the two share on stage. Fun fact, Jean and Greg are both southpaws playing right-handed instruments. And they have done these shows before, Frankenstein, Violetta, Genderqueer, and Dogman for Jean. Solo, but tonight you get both of them, which is amazing. Sunny Blue.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So when I got the song assignment, the book assignment to read, I was just about to embark on a road trip to California for songwriting camp, just to kind of go and be amongst the trees and other songwriters. And I decided it'd be a good idea to read this book in audio form on my trip to California. So it kind of had an impact on what I experienced, and that's kind of come out in the song. So I have a question. Is there anybody in the audience that knows how to whistle? Is there at least one other person? So I'm going to need your help. That's great. You'll know when it comes up because I'll be whistling, and I'm going to need your help. So there will be whistling 2 different times in the song. This is called Puzzles is a Euphemism. Driving to California, listening to a romance audiobook. Flirtations drawn out, page upon page. I abhor you, I adore you. I want to make little puzzles with you. Predictable scenes, the tussle and the tease. More than once I roll my eyes at all the rom-com cheese. I refuse to be swept up by meet cutes and beach time, and hey, I keep running into you. Sweet blue cocktails with little pink umbrellas. Longing stares over diner menus. The inevitable tryst spun in detailed vividness. I'm laughing at 70 miles an hour as people pass by oblivious to the scene playing out in my car. Here's the whistling part. Whistling is a soundtrack while they put together the puzzle. Little pieces flying everywhere. Well, maybe it's wakened my dormant desire for heart-shaped chocolates and perfect sunsets. A rugged prince riding by, shirt flung open with glistening bosom and long flowing Jesus poster hair. Running through storms into abandoned barns. Take me now and now and now and now. I want to fall in love and write an epic tale. Read it aloud to you. So you can savor every detail of this 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
Sunny Blue, everyone. Love the instruments. They sounded great. Violin pulls at the heartstrings. How romantic. It's perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. So we do want to bring up more music for you. In the meantime, though, for just a moment, you are going to hear from a wonderful human being who has a very adorable small baby attached to her right now, which only adds to the wonderfulness. This is Bushwick's social media manager, Emily Persha, and she is going to tell you all about some opportunities that you have. Emily?
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily, and this is Evelyn.
Emily, I'm going to give you this so you can do more easy things.
There we go. That's great. So Bridget had already mentioned that we have this beautiful poster designed by Barbie Statman, who does all of the incredible artwork for our seasons. And every single songwriter has signed that. So what a wonderful Valentine's Day keepsake you can take home with you. And all the proceeds benefit Bushwick. So we appreciate your donations. Also, just a reminder of how a silent auction works. You laugh, but we actually had this happen where people just kind of, I think, wrote down what they wanted to buy it for, but someone bid like 50 and then the next person bid 40. And you won't win if your number is less than the number above you. So if you want the poster, the numbers have to go up. So just keep that in mind when you go to bid on the poster. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is membership in the Bushwick Book Club. Are you having fun tonight? Yes, it's so much fun. Bushwick, I mean, what's incredible is every show is so different. We get books that are maybe a little lighter. We get books that provoke more intense, difficult conversations. You never really know what you're going to get at a Bushwick show, and that's what's so beautiful and incredible about this community. Right, Evelyn? Yeah. And the way we sustain this community is through memberships, through monthly giving. And you can join the Bushwick Book Club for as little as $5 a month, and that membership goes directly to supporting this community, paying our songwriters, paying our production crew, designers, our artists, our photographer, videographer, all of that, all of these people, all of these creatives are required to make this possible, and so we need your help to make that possible. So please, if you're enjoying yourself tonight, consider becoming a sustaining member. The other carrot to becoming a member tonight is that next month, our show in March, we are going to be doing Where the Wild Things Are, which is a beloved children's book, and it is a members-only show. That means to attend that show, you actually have to be a member in the Bushwick Book Club. You can sign up tonight. You could sign up anytime between now and that March show to come, but you do have to be a member to attend. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll be giving things away. We'll have swag and merch, and it'll be a really good time. And we want you there. We want you to be a part of our community. So please, during intermission, check out our merch table. Come sign up and join us and be a part of the Bushwick Book Club. We would love, love to have you. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for our cutest Bushwick member right there, little Evelyn, who has two older sisters here tonight too, so we've got some good vibes in the place. So we're bringing up another incredible artist who I actually saw perform at the Rep. I just put that together. We'll find out about that in just a moment. I also want to say that if you're a Bushwick Book Club member, that bookshelf right there, every time you come to show, you get to take a book, in case you didn't know. Just fun. All right, so standing here on the stage before you is the incredible Lauren Drake. Get ready for this little bio. Lauren Drake is a singer, songwriter, actor, improviser, and voice teacher. You may have seen her recently in the 10th anniversary production of Come From Away at the Seattle Rep. Anyone? That was phenomenal, right? I was there the night the governor introduced her show. And as Elise in Ilsa, thank you, in Spring Awakening at Fifth Avenue Theater. You can catch her, hold on, doing musical improv around town with We Have Some Notes, and on the podcast RPG Major. She has released 4 singles and 1 EP of original music, and is most inspired by pulling from both disciplines to combine theatrically and honest storytelling. Is that right? I said that right? Yep. In both her songwriting and acting work. So you're in for a big treat. Enjoy the song. She's done previous Bushwick shows, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And she, when I get back, I'll tell you about her next shows coming up after this one. But for now, we have her here. Enjoy.
Hi,
Lauren Drake.
I'm so happy to be here. Happy to be back. I love this book. This was my second time reading this book. It pulled me out of I'm hitting my plosives here, aren't I? Pulled me out of my reading rut after graduating college, because it was a book. I wrote this down because I thought it was smart. I didn't want to forget it. It made me feel as much as it made me think, and it challenged me as much as it comforted me. And what I loved was it was not just about the stories in the book that January and Gus were writing as novelists, but also the stories that they were telling themselves and telling the world, and how those stories were at odds with each other for a while. And once they worked that out, well, it was easy. They could love each other, right? So this song, come on, it's all in there together, right? This song is called Our Stories, and it's about that sort of idea of the stories that we're telling ourselves can be very limiting, and we don't know that until we brush up against somebody else's that disproves it, yeah? Anyway, thank you, here it is. And I dropped my pig dog, let's go. improv, we say yes and so I'm going to yes and the pig falling as part of my story. Okay, here we go. Tell you a story that I've spent my whole life trying to write to get it right. In the story there's a girl, yes of course there's always a girl. She's got the world in her hands, made smaller so she can understand. And for a while it works, she keeps out all of the hurt till life unravels all her best laid plans. I have to admit, I never really liked that story. It's sweet but surface level, it never really did much for me. Skip to the end and it's always blank pages, read it cover to cover again, and nothing ever changes. What if I don't want to write that? I don't want to write that way. Write this way. A few years down the line, she'll meet her perfect match. They'll go toe to toe, eye to eye, and somehow never get attached. They'll mistake that fire for contempt and not desire. Hold on to a night full of all that might have been. Easier than to let somebody win, than to let somebody in. Well, I have to admit, I don't really like that story. The miscommunication trope, well, it doesn't really do it for me. Skip to the end, see if they end up together. Read it cover to cover again. There's no mention of forever, no guarantee that it'll all turn out okay. No reason to stay. She sees his walls and somehow knows they're meant to make her feel small. She sees his hurt, somehow knows he'll only make it worse. He dims the light she would have clung to every night, and she takes his world away right when it all started to finally be okay. Won't you admit it's a convincing, not compelling story? The one that never led us here. Tangled in the night where our darkness meets our light. Now there, that's a story, the one I've longed to write, and I'd read it again and again and again and again and again. If we've loved, truly loved since the beginning, way back when, what a gift it is to never, ever, ever, never truly know the end. Thank you.
All right, lots of claps and woos for Lauren Drake. Beautiful. You really catch wind of that vocal coach thing, don't you? That was beautiful. Well done. Lauren, by the way, is available tomorrow night to
Jet City Improv and a group called We Have Some Notes, and it's at Arts West tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. There's 35 tickets left. Could be yours.
let's fill the place.
Really goofy and
Arts West Seattle, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, on California Avenue. Follow. So, believe it or not, we're halfway through the songs. Darn it. And we're actually heading into intermission. Before I let you go, I want to let you know of all the wonderful things you can do. You can get a drink, hang out with a friend. That's a good one. You can sign up to be a part of the quiz. Who knows about the quiz at a Bushwick show? It's pure hilarity and total fun, and you will feel like a winner afterwards no matter what. So you can put your name in a basket out there. There's also merchandise from a lot of the artists. You can grab a CD. You can find out more about them. You could go talk to them. They're nice people. So enjoy intermission, and we will catch you back here, and we'll signal to you with lighting when that happens. Sound good? All right, see you soon. Thanks.
Now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Certain moments never leave us. Certain hunger never ceases. And you reach out like the branches seems to hold you in crooked arms. And where the wind blows, where do we go? I struck a match, backlit your shadow. Got no choice now but to listen. The bond of memory, and tell me, how do we break and bend? And tell me how the story ends. I never did say much to you. I never did say much at all. Tell it to me now, break it to me now. Silence is not that golden thing. Found a message, secret passage, hands through the cobwebs, this hidden cabin, and what the rain gives, fair and furtive. Houses haunted by trees and spirits, as though we're wanted by ghosts who hear us. And tell me now, do we break and bend? And tell me how, through the rain and wind. And tell me now, do we break and bend? And tell me how, through the rain and wind. And tell me how the story ends. There's something about the distance that keeps us close. It's sweet to be missing Too long to ponder and love. The money is tight. We have miles in between. But honey, I'll find my way to you. I promise I'll find my way for bread and wine, fruit and cheese. Lay my head upon your knees at West 123. Rise when the sun hits the far wall and walk to the end of the day. Carry on between us wandering. We see days filled with birdsong, and we see them gone away.
it? You're the one that asked for war. So I'm dead bolting the door. You ain't my man no more. So sorry, my hand's heavy with a silver knife. Come close, you're gonna taste its bite. This'll be the last drunken night. You hurt me, you don't know how long I have tried. I sacrifice my sense of pride for you. Just look at what that choice has led me to. And now the truth is shining through. I'm sorry, baby, you don't get to give me back. I'm ready to open my eyes to the cold, hard truth in my face. You hit my limits on how much abuse this woman's willing to take. You hear me, coy smile, and I bit my tongue. Every time they told me what you done, I stood by, didn't cut and run. But now, boy, you're guilty, so don't you dare come after me, unless you plan to leave crawling. High time you spend some time on your knees, dragging your own baggage. You don't know I have tried. I sacrifice my sense of pride for you. Now the truth is shining through. I'm sorry, baby, you don't get to give me back. I'm ready to open my eyes to the cold, hard truth in my face. You hit my limit on how much abuse this woman's willing to take. Open my eyes to the cold, hard truth in my face. You hit my limit on how much abuse this woman's willing to take.
Hope you had a nice time at the bar and the bathroom and the merch table. Those of you at home, hope you enjoyed whatever you got up to. Once again, I'm Wes Whittell, Associate Director. I neglected to say earlier that I am a roughly 6 foot tall white guy who kept his pandemic facial hair and is wearing his reddest Valentine's Day shirt. With my undershirt is my Mount Pleasant Murder, also red shirt. A made-up baseball team from Vancouver. Very good. All right, it's quiz time. Are you ready? Yes. Since 2012, we've done a quiz at every Bushwick show. Reading the book will not help you. Yeah. So what's going to happen is I'm gonna pull 3 names out of the customary Bushwick spittoon here, and if we call your name, come on up and you have a chance to win some prizes. But before it gets too congested up here, let's at least make sure we're on the same page with the low barrier to entry question here. On which shelf would you most likely find this title in your local bookstore? A, cookbooks. B, romance. C, beat poetry, D, horror. Incorrect. Also not beat poetry. This might be rough. Romance. In fact, romance. The back cover of my edition, proudly displayed on the Bushwick member bookshelf, says contemporary romance. Yes. Okay. So, let's see who's coming up to play for further prizes. Susan Howell.
Yay! Give it up for Susan! Susan!
This is Susan's second time up this season, and we all remember how well the first one went.
Seasoned veteran.
I believe when, Book of Delights in September, the quiz was Sunny Delight flavor or vape flavor, and Susan was captured on microphone saying, "I don't like flavors." So, all right, we're in for a treat tonight. Okay. Here. Thank you. Yeah. Zella. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Rebecca Cohen. Some nights the jokes write themselves. Oh, love it. Well, no, you're over there.
Thank you. And then Rebecca.
All right.
Okay, one more
Okay.
handwriting and then we'll
That's good. This is a great thing, but the show's happening out here. So, okay. This is Jeff, we may need some background music at some point here.
ding, ding, ding. All right, we're done. Yay!
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Susan. Rebecca was contestant third. Zella, very good. Okay, all right. We'll start before you get your category. Let's talk about prizes. All right, first person to get 3 answers correct wins their first choice of prize. The prizes are your pick of a Bushwick mug from a few rebrands ago. Yes, and Jeff, Executive Director Jeff Larson's been stagehanding all night and also working in the back. Jeff, do we know that this is not from the group that shattered immediately when hot water was put into it, or is that to be determined? Very good. Okay.
Pick it and find out. All
Okay.
right.
All right. You can pick Danger Mug, or you can pick last year's shirt. Last year, our 15th anniversary season was Banned Books 24-25. It's got the whole group of titles on the back. You can exchange it for another
I
size.
won the socks that said I read banned books.
Oh, excellent. Yes, so you could have most of an ensemble and still not really be fit for broadcast. And the third is, yes, you cannot be a self-respecting nonprofit in this town without a tote bag, and we have it.
Holds a lot of books. See the
Holds it.
width?
There you go. All right. Everyone also will get their pick, if they so choose, of a book from the member bookshelf. No, except you cannot have my copy of Beach Read. That's the one rule that somebody broke last year, and they took the show book. We have some new titles up there for tonight. We've restocked the shelf a little bit. But a new tradition as of last year is that Bushwick members can, at the end of the show, come up and take a book off of the member bookshelf. So one more reason to join, as well as getting yourself in the in crowd for Where the Wild Things Are next week. All right. Tonight's topic is beach or soap opera. I'm going to say the name of a thing, and it's either a beach somewhere in the world or a soap opera somewhere in the world.
So, like, how does this work? Do we all
No. So you go in order. So Susan was drawn first. Susan goes first. All right, and so we'll start. Boulder Beach. Beach or soap opera?
Boulder?
Boulder Beach.
Like The Rock?
Sure.
Well, if it was spelled the other way, it could be, one of those nude beaches.
What? other way. Oh, I see. Very good. Okay.
Boulder.
That's not one of the categories. Beach or soap opera? Boulder is given
Boulder
at this
Beach.
point. That's the answer. Is it a beach or a soap opera?
Beach. It's a beach.
That's correct. It took a while to get there. It's a beach in New Zealand. All right, Zella, you are up. Okay. Eagle Beach.
I'm going with beach.
That's correct. It's a beach in Aruba.
Aruba.
Rebecca, Falcon Beach.
Soap opera.
Correct. Falcon Beach ran on, was a Canadian soap opera from 2006 to 2007. Each episode had 2 versions, one with Canadian references and one with American. Very good. Okay. Susan. Zoop.
Spell it.
Z-O-O-P. Zoop.
It's a beach.
No. It's a Belgian soap opera that was on air from 2004 to 2006. Very good. Have you ever been to a beach? Okay, good. All right. All right. Playa San Diego.
Beach.
That's correct. Playa San Diego is, of course, in El Salvador. You're right. It doesn't matter. All right. Bromo. 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 Bromo.
Bromo. Spell, please.
B-R-O-M-O.
Bromo.
Bromo.
That's got to be a beach.
No, it's an Indonesian soap opera.
Who's going to watch something constant?
That's all right. Okay.
You know how to say soap opera in Spanish.
How about Sunny Beach?
I'm sure it's a beach somewhere.
You sure it's a beach somewhere?
I'm sure it's a beach somewhere.
That's correct. It's in Bulgaria. Okay. Bulgaria. That's fine. That's not a condition of this game. Sandglass.
Beach?
No. It's one of the highest rated South Korean soap operas of all time. Yeah.
Beach. Soap opera.
Those are the choices. Yes, that's correct. Clifton Beach.
That is a beach.
Correct. It's in Pakistan. Wow. All right. This is wild. I didn't go that far in the research. Whenever I research one of these, Google doesn't know what to sell me for about 2 weeks afterward. Susan, you're up. Okay. Sandugo. Sandugo.
Well, it sounds like a beach, so I'll say beach.
That's incorrect.
Yeah, I know.
It is a Filipino soap opera, also known as Fists of Fate. All right. So, very good. Barley Cove.
Barley Cove.
Barley Cove.
Soap opera.
No, that's an Irish beach.
Damn.
Okay, Rebecca. We did that one. Sorry, guys. Echo Beach.
Beach.
No. It's a
Soap opera.
It's a British soap opera that lasted only 12 episodes in 2008. The title references a Canadian song by Martha and the Muffins. All right. Susan, I think you're up. No one wants this, but we're going to keep going anyway.
Sorry, you guys.
That's fine.
We're doing our best.
All right, Lucky Bay.
Soap opera.
No. Beach in Western Australia. All right.
We're taking too long.
Yeah, that's all right. Tide of Life.
Soap opera.
That's correct. All right, winner. All right. Feel free to begin looking at the bookshelf if you want. No, we're going to keep going. Keep going. That's 3 for Zella. Yeah. So, okay. Deep Waters, spelled D-I-E-P-E.
gotta be a soap opera.
Yeah, it's a South African soap opera still on. That's right. Very good. All right, to the bookshelf for you. Okay.
Or you get a bag.
All right, Playa Tamarindo.
It's a beach in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I made that up.
Good. Good. Where has that been all game? All right. Very good. Thank you all for playing the quiz. Audience, one or maybe two for you. Shark in the Park. I wish. It's a New Zealand soap opera. New Zealandish soap opera. All right. Crash Burn. It's a 13-part soap opera about surviving long-term relationships in Australia in an age when multiple partners and multiple orgasms are considered a birthright. Okay. Paradise Beach. Both. Beach in India, Australian soap opera. Thank you all for playing the quiz.
Give it up for your quizmaster, Westfield. Rebecca, come on up. That's right, Zella and I didn't see the name, but we got it. Thank you. All right, welcome back. How's intermission? Everybody get a little beverage, have a little fun, check out the artist stuff. Very good. We have another wonderful artist coming up. This is Sheryl Wiser. She has some CDs out there, I noticed, I think if I saw that correctly. Sheryl Wiser has crafted a distinct and compelling blend of Americana, folk jazz, roots, and blues. Armed with her signature Parker Fly guitar, her rhythmic guitar style melds beautifully with warm, vibrant vocals and evocative lyrics that fearlessly explore universal themes of love, handy for tonight, loss also, resilience, connection, and belonging. Wiser is currently recording her first album in 3 decades with noted songwriter, composer, and multi-instrumentalist Tomo Nakayama, with a release date stated for later this fall. How exciting. She's been to Bushwick before with Crying in H Mart, Blue Highways, Dog Man, and Fahrenheit 451. Sheryl has a show coming up as well, so we will talk about that when she's done playing. Well, Sheryl, are you ready? Do you want me?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Sheryl, everyone, give it up.
All right, Bushwick, it's good to be here. So I did grow up. So I grew up in a house with a lot of secrets. And so that was something that really spoke to me about this book. And so in my house, as a kid, I discovered that my father had been married before. And that was news not only to me as a kid, but it was also news to my mother, who didn't find that out until after she had married him. And so in the book, if you've read it, and if you haven't read the book, I'm sorry for the spoiler alert, but there is a complicated relationship that January has with her father and the house that she is residing in, which is actually the house that he had with his secret lover, and unbeknownst to her and her mother. And so I think that this book there were just a lot of layers that were going on in the book about how we are in relationship with ourselves and the relationship that we have with the people around us, whether it was the one between January and Gus or between January and her father, and what it feels like to be revealed and also unknown at the same time. So this has 2 titles right now. I can't decide which, so at the end, shout out whichever title you like. It's called I Had a Right to Know, or No. 1, 2, 3, 4. What you buried in the closet with the clothes? Stack of lies, another life. I recall you had a wife. I had a right to know. I used to write happy endings. I could write them in my sleep. Now I'm wrapped nights in this house, high and dry on this beach. I had a right to know. Who am I now? I can't pretend, know how to live, how to love, and how to give. Who am I now? How to contend, know how to live, how to love, and how to give. I had a right to know before you left me here alone. I have not for you. I had a right to know. I had a right, you know.
Everyone, let's hear it for Sheryl Wiser. Beautiful. Sheryl, your voice takes me back to, like, I don't know if I should say it's like Sarah McLachlan 90s, like one of my favorite sounds, or is that bad to say?
No, that's cool. I get that.
It was
all the time.
beautiful. It was
I get
beautiful.
Like, oh, you're so Lilith. We like that.
Yeah, you are so, and look at the pants and the guitar. I mean, yeah, you're so Lilith. I think you're bound. I love that. Thank you. It was wonderful to hear. Sheryl, by the way, if you also enjoyed her music as much as I did, is at the Royal Room tomorrow night, February 15th. So you got a whole bunch of, so you got a musical comedy show, you've got Sheryl to go to. Tomorrow night is hopping with this crowd. She's also playing on April 9th, if you want to book out a little further out, Women X and Blues at the Royal Room, April 12th at the Rabbit Box. So Cheryl's out and about. You can catch her a bunch of places, put it in your calendar. Also, Sunny Blue, I talked backstage with Jean. They have a show coming up that was not mentioned, so just reminding me that was May 27th. And it's at the Tractor in Ballard. So this was the violin player with the, I believe it was a uke, I didn't see. And it's a benefit for Gender Justice League at the Tractor Tavern on May 27th. So look forward to that. Pack your calendar with great music. And now, here on stage with me, you have Sam Russell. Sam is a Midwest-bred singer-songwriter who fronts the longtime Seattle-based garage rock collective Sam and Ames. Sam takes a long time to make albums, but is set to release a new one this summer, all caps, exclamation, exclamation. That is very soon. Sam, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You look good, feeling good. All right, everyone, Sam Russell.
Thank you so much. I have some prepared remarks tonight. I guess how people read books differently than I do. When I'm reading a book, I'm adapting it for the screening sets and locations with each turn of the page, and often scoring the movie too. Sometimes when I'm reading a book, I'll be simultaneously navigating a playlist to soundtrack the film. It honestly helps my ADHD brain to have a default second subject to focus on, instead of being distracted by other associations the book brings up. Making that film adaptation in my head helps with this too, as my neurodivergent mind has more to chew on than the mere processing of text. For this book, I cast Elizabeth Olsen as January, a de-aged Ben Affleck as Gus, Liam Neeson as January's dad, Sydney Sweeney as Shady. Maybe not. I don't like that one, but you get the idea. When it comes to music, when it came to music to play for this book, I didn't need to do much thinking. Music plays a huge part in this book, and much like a music nerd as myself does, the character in this book talk in the language of musical references. They get to know each other by sharing and making fun of each other's taste and how it reflects their general life philosophies and approaches to writing. Thus, I had my finger on my phone more than usual. Whenever a song or artist was referenced, I'd press play. In the art of filmmaking, music, whether it's an orchestrated film score or pop songs, can be used a couple of different ways. The lazy way to use music is to make it so they do the heavy lifting of the scene, telling you how to feel instead of trusting the writing, the acting, the cinematography to do so. I'm sure we're all familiar with strings rising to crescendo to alert us to feel sad and maybe even begging us to cry. But my favorite use of music is to enhance the scene rather than carry it, to take what's already there and use the music to connect what's going on to something larger than the characters, something larger than us. And that's what so many of the songs mentioned in this book too. Talking about when the characters hear the songs and how they hear the songs, instead of just being a cheap pop culture mention. In our own lives, I believe we most often listen to music to project our own feelings upon. The music becomes a canvas to project our own happiness, our sadness, and have a conversation with, between what the song is saying and how we're feeling. And we're told it's okay to feel what we're feeling. We feel validated. But sometimes we need to be told what to feel when we're so numbed with grief and loss that we can't access coherent thoughts. When our usual scattershot minds are blank. We know we should be feeling something, but we don't know what that is. We're so lost, we don't feel anything until we press play. The song I wrote tonight is called "The Soundtrack Tells Us How to Feel." Think of it as a montage of the musical highlights of the book, and hopefully it ends up on the soundtrack to the movie adaptation. When Dean Martin sings your name, the song changes meaning. Darkness on face of the earth. The past piles up to sound of shattered ideals. And the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Oh, January, nothing compares to you. Blasting through rain and thunder is the God's honest truth. When Sinead sings, the feeling can't be concealed, 'cause the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Your dad takes you to a bar and grill on Friday night. The band plays Brown Eyed Girl while you sip your Sprite. And Mom dances so her body can heal. The soundtrack tells us how to feel. When you need to be alone, the neighbors drown thoughts out, singing everybody hurts, making songs, truth and doubt, until you're Father's love and letters reveal. Oh, the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Willie Nelson singing, you were always on my mind. While taking Mom to the hospital one more time. Dad built some wall, gripping the wheel to feel. You belong with me, playing the nerd and cheerleader simultaneously. Neighbor boy holds message to window to make the nerd squeal. And the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Oh, the soundtrack tells us how to feel. Thank you so much.
Sam Russell, claps and snaps and woos. Let's do it. Thank you, Sam. I feel entirely too perky talking after that song. I apologize. There was a vibe. I just totally burst the bubble. I apologize. Okay. That was a part in the movie. It's going to be amazing. Hang in there. All right. We have one thing that I wanted to share with you, just so you know, there's a digital program available for this show. If you enjoyed seeing these artists, if you want to know more about them, all that kind of stuff, you can get their information. It's has artist websites. There's some of the lyrics for the songs you're hearing tonight. And I don't know, yeah, it's bit.ly/beach-PGMs, like program. But anyways, if you're interested in taking a look again at that and seeing all the information about these amazing people, just putting out there. Well, we are in for, let's hear it for that, that's right. The wonderful Sabrina Saed, raised in Seattle and heavily inspired by her upbringing on 70s folk. That is amazing. We should talk about that. Sabrina Saed writes music that blends power and fragility. Her songs paint tender pictures of a grappling with love. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Fun fact, one time Brandi Carlile played at her birthday party. A lot of us need to hear that story, just so you know. If you want to share anything more about that, I'm like really all ears. Sabrina Saed, everyone.
I was trying really hard to think of a fun fact. I'm really bad at that. My dad used to throw really big house parties, and like way before Brandi Carlile was famous, when she was like younger than me, she was playing house shows around Seattle, and she played at our house. Apparently it was like my 4th birthday, so I don't really remember it. It could have just been like a wise tale that he told me, but I'm pretty sure it happened. And he said that he gave her like a $50 tip and she kissed him on the cheek. So that's my fun fact. But I resonated so much with this book. This was my 2nd time reading this book. I actually lost my dad at the end of 2024, and I read this book for the first time about 6 months after that. And when I was asked to play this show, I was so excited because I was really inspired by her honesty, and we also have a lot in common. I mean, we both lost our dad kind of unexpectedly, and we both had an ex-lover of our dad reach out to us after that, and we were both experiencing some writer's block. So I titled this song Sharks, which is not necessarily a theme in the book, but I kind of equated that to things that feel unexpected, kind of making your world turn upside down. So, anyways, this is Sharks.
I'm not writing, so you read my lips. Sharks in the pool where we would swim. You look like a kid, certain mystic. Sink your teeth into what I believed in and draw blood, clean it up. Little death, paper cuts and patch me back up, patch me back up. In and out again of my visions, dancing in a dream or my memory. Precious little lake, growing up, growing pains. Is this what it takes to be good? To be brave, to draw blood, clean it up. Little death, little love, little moment, little sign, little years, little mine, little secrets, little lies. Water's running red tonight. A little blood, a little bite, a little years, a little mine. I think you have some good, some bad. You fall, you rise, you wait for light. Where did you go after you died? Stayed in your mind, your mind, your mind.
Thank you.
Sabrina Saed, beautiful. I could see the sad fairy music, but it has a lot of maturity to it too. I just have to put that out there. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Love that voice. All right. This is really fun, isn't it? I'm so sorry to tell you, but we only have 2 songs left. I know. Kind of want this to just keep going. I'm really enjoying myself. On that note, though, every artist is such a great artist. It's someone you want in your life forever. They have signed a poster. You can still bid on the poster in case you were thinking maybe you would. You still can. So if you want to pop up and do that, now is an okay time. You're totally fine. Jeff Larson, founder, Bushwick Book Club, right here. He looks like we just hired him from tonight, but he's actually been here the whole time. He's a really great musician and has lots of talent. So there you go. And he's good at organizing people. All right. We have another artist coming up. We actually have a duo. The artist I can tell you about is Abby here, Abby K. Yay, Abby K. All right, fans in the house. Singer-songwriter, bread baking extraordinaire. Oh, got to get to know you better. And the founder of Mosaic MI? Okay. Since landing in Seattle in 2012, she has woven herself into the local music scene, and in 2023, she launched Mosaic MI, a listening room open mic on Mercer Island, built out of gratitude, community, and a deep belief in creating inspiring spaces for music. That sounds fun to explore. I'm going to come check this out. That's so awesome. Thank you, Abby. And Abby is joined tonight on stage by Jared. Yeah. I got it right. Good. And we're just going to see what comes up. This is going to be awesome. Take it away, Abby.
So I'm so happy to be back at Bushwick. I think this is an incredible incredible program. Yes, as a performer, but I love it as much as a listener. So I think fostering programming like that is really important. So the book, the last couple books I've read for Bushwick and had to write songs about were very heavy books. And I asked Wes early on if there's a lighter book that I could partake in, and I think he said beach read. So I signed up for it, and I will say that although this genre is probably not my particular go-to genre, it was nice to read a book that inspired a really thought about if I hadn't read Beach Read. So also the fact that it fell on Valentine's Day, which I'm not a big celebrator of Hallmark holidays, but I do love holidays. Anything that wants to celebrate feelings and love. And one other little thing is that it's really special because this is my son, Jared, and he's playing with me.
I was about to say, I'm her son.
Yeah, I was going to tell.
That's why I'm up here.
No, he's also a musician and a recent college graduate, starting his life out. So I decided to write a love song for my Valentine because what better things to write about? And the song is, in particular, it's about predictability. And just how beautiful predictability can be in your life when you don't know what you're missing. And really, predictability for me is really what love is all about. So the song is called Escape in Place. Soaking rays in distant sands, hiking off to some far off land. Won't fill my lonely soul that wants to run. Deep answers I've been searching, found when I'm living and not looking. Seems faces around my table are number one. Home is where I wanna stay. Let's make here a better space. Let's you and me escape in place. A big climb up to a peak. That ain't the challenge that I seek. Let's take a moment, days go by so fast. Eyes to see your smiles, echoes of laughter running wild. I'm there when life it kicks you in the ass. Home is where I wanna stay. Let's make here a better space. Let's you and me escape in place. No jumping out of skies, only walks to see suns rise. Time's worth the gold of living, it won't break. I'm learning to be better. A little more love and lots of letters. means just being heard, that's what it takes. Home is where I wanna stay. Let's make here a better space. Let's you and me escape in place. Thank you, guys.
Abby, Kay, and Jared, everyone, keep it up. What a beautiful duo. So fun to hear those harmonies. Sabrina, with your love of 70s folk, were you digging the harmonies right there? Me too. Those felt so good. That was fabulous. Thank you. All right. We have one more performer tonight, but before they get to play, I have a lot of people to thank. This is an incredible group of human beings that put this show together tonight, and let's give them a round of applause. Front of house sound, Mo Preventure. You can just like clap, clap, clap. Live stream tech, Dylan Ramford. Season graphic design, Barbie Statham. Bushwick Book Club Seattle theme song. If you get tired of clapping, it's okay. Written and performed by Julia Massey. Book club premise comes from the courtesy of Susan Wong. Volunteer, Mike Vadava. Bushwick production team, Jeff Larson, Carrie Garvin, Drea Marilyn, I'm almost done, Emily Persha, Alicia Baker, Wes Waddell, photographer right in front, Kevin O, venue help, Jason, Pepe, and Nat. You did a great job clapping. Good job. So keep in mind, as we go into our last performer here, all these artists will be fun to look up and follow all over Seattle. Sounds like you got the open mic in Mercer Island to go to. And a lot of them still have their merchandise out on the table. You can always stick around, hang out a little bit after the show, talk to more people, meet more people. And the membership option is still a great one. The great thing about Bushwick is you're literally getting a whole night of original music. How gorgeous is that? Not just a little bit, like a lot. And people put their heart and their love into it, and you get all this variety. So it's a precious thing that we have it. So consider membership. It's an investment in a Seattle that has great art and really beautiful people making beautiful things. And you get to have Jeff as an audio engineer anytime, even though he can be doing other things. All right, let's meet our next and final performer for the evening. All the way down from Bellingham tonight, lovely human being I've had fun getting to know. Sarah Goodin is a Bellingham-based singer-songwriter hoping to raise $1 million for retirement. All right, this is a good goal. You, along with the 1 million of your closest friends, can contribute by purchasing her most recent album, Why I'm Like This, on Bandcamp. Get on it. She apologizes in advance for the rambling, warm-hearted gushing that will preface her performance, which will be about the book, the songwriting process, the folks at Bushwick, her dog, good thing, this beautiful world, and how wonderful everyone is all of the time. Everyone, Sarah Goodin.
Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be here again at the Bushwick Book Club. My best songwriting in the last 2 years has come from this place. The song that I wrote for tonight, I actually wrote 3. I always do this. I read the book and I underline these really great lines, and then I write a song about it, and then I'm like, this one's not the one. And so I write another one, and then I write another one. But tonight I actually got 2 good songs out of the book. The first was a song about how if you are in a heterosexual marriage, you are statistically likely to be killed by your husband, which I thought was fun. And it is. It's very catchy, too, so I was really tempted to play that one. But instead, I chose to play the song that I'm playing tonight, which has no title because titles are dumb. I was inspired by the scene where January is looking through Gus's yearbook. And by the way, in my mind, Gus was Kristen Stewart, just more angular, like the dark hair, the vibes. Yeah. I really liked the scene where she's getting to know him as a real person instead of these ideas in her head. As a person who writes romance, tropes are a thing. I'm a long-time lover of romance until recently. And so I was really moved by that scene in particular because it both captures, their sexual tension, which is pretty good, even though it's not that gay. But also, she's so deeply moved and wished that she knew him as a kid and so that she could be there to protect him and love him because he didn't have it the way that she had it. And it also helps her to understand that even though her family was not the family that she thought she had, she still had it pretty damn good. Anyway. So that got me thinking about pictures of me when I was little. And then I wrote this song. I'm gonna try so hard not to cry. I'm really not gonna cry. It's gonna be great. There's a picture. That's not how it goes. There's a girl in a photo. She grows up to be me. Leaning on a door frame, the sun sets in the trees. Her long blue dress, her hair's a mess, her arms so tied around her chest. I wonder what she sees. I wonder what she'd think of me. And she said how long I made us wait, standing in the doorway still afraid. It's hers the voice that I hear now, saying maybe it's not too late. There's a woman with a photo. I'll grow up to be her. In the photo, it is raining. I'm smiling into the camera. She can't remember exactly what it is you said that made my cheeks turn quite so pretty and quite so red. I wonder what she sees. I wonder how she remembers me. Is she glad how long it's been since we finally let someone in? Thank you.
Sarah Goodin, absolutely beautiful. Did you leak out any tears? Did it happen, or you held them in?
I held them in pretty good.
Okay.
I'm tough.
You did a great job. You can have all of us cry instead. That was beautiful. The soundtrack thing is real. Am I right? I feel like we have a soundtrack for a movie. It's going to happen. All right. So, what a night of incredible music. Let's clap as I name all the artists who played tonight. Jade Teather, Lisa Prink, Sean Hunting Morse, Sunny Blue, Lauren Drake, Sheryl Wiser, Sam Russell, Sabrina Saed, Abby Kay, and Jared, Sarah Goodin. What a night of music. What a gift. In other news, we have a winner of the signed poster. Nicole Tweet has won it. There you go. All right, we have a happy owner of a beautiful piece of art. Congratulations. Truly one of a kind. Reminder to all Bushwick members, you can pick a book off the shelf before the night is through. And of course, before the night is through, I got to tell you when the next show is. We have the escape plan, which is, sorry for all this, coming up, members only. But after that, March 14th, original music inspired by Maurice Sendak's Where the Wild, members only, sorry, March 14th, Where the Wild Things Are, and then April 11th. Original music inspired by William Goldman's The Princess Bride. All right, get some of the ROUS songs out and rocking. Thank you all for coming tonight. Feel free to say hi to all the artists. Tell them you love their songs. Please come back to more Bushwick shows and bring 10 of your best friends. We have a deal? All right, see you everyone. Have a great night.
Now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage.